What's up, YouTube? Coin flip back. Today we're doing nickels and we have 3 boxes. I actually went in to pick up my half dollars, said they made a mistake and ordered nickels instead of halves. So they said I could have as many nickels as I wanted. I decided for 3 for now. I may go back and get some more, but anyway, we're going to dig into this $300 hunt for nickels, looking for silver wartime nickels, buffaloes, maybe get lucky with a V nickel, and of course any semi-key or key dates. We do have our nickel book, so we will be filling that out if we get any finds or upgrades. So we'll get these pushed back. Hopefully we can get in some finds. I would hope so with 3 boxes anyway. And anyway, we'll start with this one over here, get the other 2 set aside, and we will bring you in on that first find. All of these have the same stamp, 7874, and they appear to be circulated based off the holes in the bottom as usual. All right, definitely looks like we have some circulated stuff and maybe some old ones as well. So anyway, we'll get it pushed back. We'll bring you in on that first find. All right, we're on roll number 6. We found a couple in the 50s, 54 Denver, 58 Denver. Pretty common year, but we just came across this one, which is a 1940. Is there a mint mark? There is. Is that an S? I think it's an S. 1940 S. All right. First in the 40s. We will keep moving. Very next roll, roll number 7. We're going to have our second in the 40s just popped out here. 1948. 48 Philly. We're on roll 13 and we just flatten these guys out. And right here in the back, you may see it. Didn't really have a green edge. But we have a 1945. That's going to be a silver war nickel. One of the ones we're looking for, and it's a Philly. We got silver on the board already. Box number 1, roll 13. Let's go. Roll 20. Just flatten them out again, and this one looks old. Not looked at it. Let's see what it is. 55. Can't remember the year or the mint mark, but one of these is rare. I think it's a Philly. Maybe a Denver. I forget. It's a Philly. Let me see if this is the semi-key. One moment. All right, yeah, so I double-checked. The 55 Philly is the key or semi-key date, and that is what we have. And I'm pretty sure I need this for the book. I have not looked yet, but I'm almost certain I do. I think that was one of them that we need yet. We may also need the 45 Philly. It's been a while since I've done nickels, so I haven't even looked at the book. But this is an awesome find. I think there's only 7 some million made on this one. So I will put that mintage on the screen here for you. But very, very cool find. We're on roll 25. Just got our next find. I did flip it over. This one looks to be a Philly. And it's a 1942 type 1. 42 is a split year. You can have this or a war nickel. This is the traditional style, type 1. First 42. Let's keep going. We're on roll 41 of the first box. We found a few more in the 50s, and I forgot to mention we also found a 2009 Denver, low mintage. Got everything else in the 50s going almost right now, except for that 50D. And just came up on this one. This one looks pretty slick. It's got a Denver mint mark. What year? It's a 40. All right, we'll get it on the board. Roll 43. Just flipped over another 40s, and this one is a 41. 41 Philly. Oldest is a 40. We'll keep going. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up box number 1. We did find a few more in the 40s. Another 41 there. We had that 42. 45 Philly, war nickel. We picked up a beat up 47 that I didn't bring you in for, and also a 49. And then the 50s, the key is going to be that 55 Philly. That's going to be a spot filler, I believe. And then pretty much everything else. And 2009 Denver, and we did pick up a Canadian 5 cent. Didn't see what year. 1990. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for these. But I didn't bring in for a couple of those in the last just because I was so close to the end of this box. So we will get the other box out here. We'll move these aside and keep moving for you. All right, guys, we're on roll 57 of the hunt. Our first find was actually 2009 Denver. We just came across our first 40s. It's going to be a 49 Philly. Let's keep going. Roll 58, very next roll, and I got another one that looks pretty old here. Pretty slick Denver mint mark. What year? Just a 47. All right, we'll keep going. Roll 62 of the hunt. We actually found another 2009 Denver. We're going to have our next find here. It's a 41. It may have been in the ground or something at some point. And 41 looks like a Philly. Yep. 41 Philly. Oldest so far of this box. Roll 65 of the hunt. We actually found our first foreign. We also picked up a 2009 Philly. A few from the 50s as well. And this one has an S mint mark. 1947S. Let's go. We're on roll 76. We're officially past the halfway mark of the hunt. And just pushed this guy back, and I thought I saw something in the 40s here. Yeah, there it is. Looks like another one for the 40s. This is a 1940. It's a Philly, and this is the oldest one of this box. So oldest one of the hunt, oldest one of the box. Let's go. Hopefully we can get some more finds in this. A lot of common 50s so far. Roll 78, and just got this one out, and I want to show you, but try to get out of the light here. If you look in the middle right there, there's a thin one. That's usually a tall tale sign of something older, and I just glanced. I didn't see exactly what it is, but I did see it was a buffalo. It is in pretty rough shape. Looks like it's been underground, and I don't think we're going to get a date off this guy, and there's no mint mark. So unfortunate, because we're not sure what year it is, but it does definitely look old. Looks like it's been in the ground, but definitely our oldest find of the hunt so far, so that's really cool. But we'll get it on the board, a dateless buffalo. Very next roll, roll 79. We have another one from the 40s, 47, and looks like that one's also an S. All right, we'll get it on the board. Roll 88 of the hunt, just flattened them out, and there's one peeking out at the back here. There it is, this guy. Is that a 39? Looks to be a 39. Is there a mint mark? I think I need 2 of these. There's not. Oldest Jefferson nickel of the hunt, 39 Philly. Guys, very next roll, roll 89, flipped it over. Check this out. I just started to open it. We have a proof. I have never found a Jefferson nickel proof. Fortunately, it looks like it has some damage from the crimper, which is unfortunate, but let's get it open and see what year it is. All right, guys, here it is. It's a 1981S. Deep cameo. Look at that mirror finish. It's unfortunate that it got some ring of death, but pretty good condition. That's our first proof we've ever found while we've been making these videos, so pretty cool. Roll 93 of the hunt. We just found our next find. This one's a pretty nice looking 40. Is there a mint mark? There is. There's some junk on the back here, but 1940S, and the detail is pretty good. Sorry for my dirty fingers, it's kind of gross, but that's what we're dealing with on these coins. But 40S for the board. That's a nice one. Roll 95 of the hunt, getting towards the back of the roll, and I can tell just by that color. I didn't notice it from the edge. It's a little bit darker, but not the typical greenish color, but that's got to be a war nickel. And it is Denver. What year is it? 44. We might need this for the book. That would be awesome. 44 Denver. We got another silver war nickel for the hunt. Roll 95. Let's keep going. Very next roll, roll 96 of the hunt. Check this out. 1950. Unfortunately, it is not the Denver. Man, how close was that? I will take a 50 all day. That's still a semi-keyed 8. Just not the Denver we're looking for. All right, that's box number 2. And we got some pretty cool finds. A first for the channel, the 1981S proof. Only 1 foreign. 3 2009s, 2 Denvers, 1 Philly. Obviously the usual 50s, but the 1950 had us for a scare in hopes of that 50 Denver. We did pull out a silver 44 Denver, which I think we might need for the book. And some early 40s, a 39 Philly, and a dateless buffalo. So this box was pretty slow to start and ended up pretty hot. So the first box had 22 finds. This one had 25, so not too bad. Let's get that third box and wrap up this hunt. Roll 107 of the hunt. We just flipped over a 1941. So far the oldest of this box, because the only other thing that we have found is a 2009 Philly. So we found a 2009 in every box, which is pretty unusual to me anyway. both of them being pretty low mintage. But 41 Denver looks like for the board, kicking off box number 3. Very next roll 108, and we just pulled out a 40. Looks like a 40 Philly to me. Might be some damage there right where the mint mark is, but looks like a 40 Philly. So again, the other one we had the Buffalo and a 39. So the 40 right now is the oldest for this spot. We'll keep going. Okay, we're on roll 113 of the hunt. And we just flipped over this guy, 1948, and it's a Denver. And we got a couple in the 50s yet. And I think we pulled out another 40s. But anyway, we will keep moving for you. Hopefully we can get on some more finds. We're on roll 120, and I just got this one out. But check this out. You guys see this like super shiny one here on the end? Well, I already took a peek, and we're going to have another proof for this hunt. 1989S. Try not to get it all marked up with my dirty fingers. It's got that haze on it, which I'm sure you could probably dip and clean it up, but we've never found a proof, and here we are finding 2 in the same hunt. These are from the same bank, so we're pretty cool. 89S proof. We're on roll 128 of the hunt, and guys, check this out. 1950. I have not looked at the back. Our second 1950 of the hunt. Will it be a Denver? No, man. Oh, so close. All right, well, still a 1950. We'll get it on the board. Let's keep going. Roll 132 of the hunt, and we just flipped over our first 30s of this box. 1939. Is there a mint mark on this one? There is not. Darn it. We're not getting the mint marks we want, but we'll keep going. All right, we're on roll 142, and I was going to start tearing this guy back. Realized it looked pretty old, and I pushed back the paper, and you might see it there, but it is a 1938. And again, this has the ring of death, which is very unfortunate, especially if it has a mint mark. So let's see what's inside. All right, so here's our roll. Just laid it out. Haven't looked. So is there going to be a mint mark? 38, oldest of this box. No mint mark. That's too bad, but it's our oldest Jefferson of this box. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this hunt. Our oldest of this box was 38. In the first box, we had 22 finds, which are everything in this stack here, if you will. The key finds were probably the 55 Philly and the 45 Philly. Obviously, silver war nickel, and this one I think is going to fill a spot in the book. We'll check those at the end. We also had a couple 2009s, and then, of course, the usual 40s and 50s. Box number 2 had 25 finds, and some of the key finds here was our first proof, 1981S, a 1950 Philly, and then we also had a 44 Denver. And I think that goes in the book as well. Again, we'll double check all of that here shortly. But probably the key finds for box number 2, we also had a dateless Buffalo. So not to leave that out, but we just don't know what it is. And then our last box, box 3, we had another proof, which is just crazy to have back-to-back boxes with 50 Phillies and proofs. That just is blows my mind, but they are sister boxes. So, and then the usual, again, we had a 50, that's a 51 Denver that we picked up, a little bit lower mintage there, and then of course the other 50 Philly. So again, very cool to get some of these coins in back-to-back boxes. Several in the 40s. We had a ridiculous amount of 41s and 40s. This one looks like it's probably been in the ground at some point. Look, I have to excuse my hands. I went through a lot of nickels, so I apologize. But we had a 38 and a 39, and neither one with a mint mark, unfortunately. So I'm going to grab the book quick, see what we can fill for spots, if there's any, and also possible upgrades. Be right back. I'm going to start with this 44 Denver. This one's a little bit better shape than the one we had. So we're going to switch these guys out. And the 45 Philly we had as well. And again, this one is going to be switching that one out. All right, we're going to put these 2 nickels in our silver jar for now and keep moving on any spot. So these are all silver here. We didn't get a 39 with a mint mark. We didn't get the 50 Denver, but we did get the 50 Philly. 51, we didn't have a mint mark either. And then lastly, we did have a 55 Philly. So 55 Philly is going to fill another spot. All right, well, we got this page done. That's going to wrap up this hunt. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit more going on, 3 boxes, some pretty cool and unique finds for us. So anyway, hope you liked it. Hit that thumbs up if you would. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Coin Flip out.